If you want to just highlight with more and more people now using their phones and blue light emissions coming in, do you really think there's something that we can do in that space to help them?
So there are many sunscreens that are available right now which protects you from blue light as well. So if you are somebody who's using your laptop for a long time.
But doctor, I've also heard about exfoliation. I mean, there's a lot of talk about it. Exfoliation is essential, but how much is right? What is right?
So exfoliation, there are two types. One is chemical and one is physical. Chemical exfoliation is a great way of exfoliating. Physical, not so much, because physical also leads to more pigmentation because of the friction that it's causing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunscreen Master special podcast where we talk about skincare and the importance of sunscreen. Of course, I'm not only talking about aesthetics, but I'm also talking about protecting your skin from premature aging, pigmentation, acne, and so much more. There's a lot to do for your skin, and all of this will be shared with us by our renowned dermatologist and cosmetologist in the heart of Mumbai. Please welcome Dr. Kripa Modi. Welcome, Dr. Kripa Modi. How are you doing today?
Hi Pooja, I'm good. How are you?
Very good too. Dr. Kripa, I must say, the moment I walked into this clinic, I really loved the entire environment set up out here. And it's called BAE. So can you just tell us what exactly did you think when you were putting up this name and this whole thing?
So BAE, as you know, it stands for something that we love. So BAE stands for before anyone else. And this time we wanted to make sure that we make ourselves our priority. So before anyone else, you can make your skin your first priority and take care of yourself.
That's quite informative when it comes to BAE. We totally love this clinic, and I'm sure our viewers are going to get a look and feel of this clinic and are going to enjoy it too. So, doctor, I understand that people are using sunscreen to protect themselves from sunburn, but what about other skin issues? Like a sunscreen can help them prevent acne, melasma, anything on that thought, please?
So sunscreen protects us from a various wavelength of light that we are looking at, like UVA, UVB, UVC, visible light, blue light, infrared. All of these leads to different types of problems in our skin. So sun sensitivity, which is called the sunburn, is not the only thing that we're looking at. There is anti-aging benefits of sunscreen because these rays causes aging. Hence, if you use sunscreen for a long time, it'll really help you in the anti-aging aspect as well. At the same time, it has a lot of pigmentary disorders involved. So we have skin type 4 and 5, which tan easily rather than burn easily. So we are more prone to pigmentary disorders like melasma. Hence, sunscreen usage protects us from diseases such as melasma. At the same time, there are other diseases such as lupus, rosacea. All of these are also aggravated by sun. Hence, sunscreen usage can protect you from such diseases as well.
Great. And doctor, if you want to just highlight with more and more people now using their phones and blue light emissions coming in, do you really think there's something that we can do in that space to help them?
So there are many sunscreens that are available right now which protects you from blue light as well. So if you are somebody who's using your laptop for a long time, like IT professionals who are going on the laptop for hours together, it's a very good option to choose a sunscreen which protects you from blue light as well.
That's really informative, doctor. Thank you very much for bringing that insight. But doctor, tell me about viewers who are especially on their phone. Let's understand the whole audience is today on the phone. What about the blue light emissions that we're having? Is there something that they can do to protect themselves?
So there is a lot of blue light exposure that is increasing day by day because a lot of us are on phone regularly. We have a lot of IT professionals who are working on laptop day in and out. So hence, whenever you're picking up a sunscreen, make sure you choose a sunscreen which protects you from blue light as well.
Wow. So look out for the blue light sunscreen next time you're buying your sunscreen. But doctor, let's look at the practical ways. Like imagine if I'm having a makeup on today and I need to step out. How am I going to reapply sunscreen? Isn't that going to make my skin oily and then lead to acne?
So there are many formulations available for sunscreen these days, from powder sunscreen to stick sunscreen, mist, all of these. Reapplication can be done by such usage as well. So you can use a sunscreen powder over the makeup to reapply after 2 to 3 hours. That works well as well. And if you feel you're not going to reapply your sunscreen very regularly, what you can do is an easier way which gives you a long lasting result is apply your sunscreen after 15 to 20 minutes, reapply the same sunscreen and then do your makeup, which gives you a longer benefit and increases your SPF. So if you apply a SPF which is 30 twice in a gap of 15 to 20 minutes, your SPF level increases beyond 70 to 80. So that's a very big benefit that you are getting and gives you a longer lasting sunscreen results.
Interesting. I didn't know about this. So this is something that brings light to me, and I'm going to try that myself as well. So, doctor, I want to also talk about, using moisturizers. So I don't know if it's a myth, but people usually focus on moisturizer during winters. But what about summers? Do we really need a moisturizer during summers as well?
Summer is also an important time for moisturizing yourself very regularly because summer has a lot of heat. So there's a lot of dehydration happening. You have a lot of sweating going on. Your sebaceous glands are very active. So when your face sweats a lot, there are a lot of comedones that are produced, because of which we see an increase in acne during summer. Whenever you apply a sunscreen or a moisturizer, what you're doing is locking in the moisturizer and not causes excessive sebaceous gland hyperactivity because of the weather condition. And that's why it's very important to use a moisturizer during summer as well to prevent these acne form eruptions coming in.
Thank you so much, doctor. But doctor, I've also heard about exfoliation. I mean, there's a lot of talk about it. Exfoliation is essential, but how much is right? What is right? Something on that lines, doctor.
So, exfoliation, there are two types. One is chemical and one is physical. Chemical exfoliation is a great way of exfoliating. Physical, not so much, because physical also leads to more pigmentation because of the friction that it's causing. Once a week exfoliation is a very good option, and once a month, the chemical exfoliation done up under supervision, such as chemical peels, are like a great way of re energizing, rejuvenating your skin.
So make sure you're exfoliating your skin once in a week, right, doctor?
Right.
So make sure you do it right and ensure you do it as well. But doctor, let's get practical. People go out in the market, they want to buy a sunscreen, but they're really confused with multiple options coming out. So if you can just draw light on what kind of sunscreen which, they should be choosing specific to their age, skin, there are a lot of factors to be considered, maybe something on those lines, doctor.
When we go on checking a sunscreen, what all do we see on the label? So maybe let's just break it down for you guys, okay? So we first see the SPF. SPF should be 30 and above. 30 SPF gives you 93% protection against sun. So SPF 30 and above should be a good option.
Okay.
Then look at the broad spectrum. Look at the spectrum which it is covering. It should not be a narrow sunscreen which is only covering UVA or UVB. You should have a broad spectrum sunscreen which is covering your UVA, B, as well as your blue light and infrared. Because we see a lot of heat happening these days whenever somebody's cooking and all. So it always boils down to your demands. With that, make sure you check that your sunscreen is non-comedogenic, because it will lead to otherwise more acne because of the occlusion, non-irritating, which is fragrance-free, and it is cruelty-free as well. Whenever you're looking at the sunscreen, make sure you check why you're buying it, and your doormat can be a best way to help you out. So if you're looking for conditions like melasma, use a tinted sunscreen which helps more in these conditions. And if you're looking at sunscreen when you're going outdoors, make sure it is water resistant, otherwise your sweat is going to wipe it off.
Perfect. I think that alludes to my next question, doctor. It was for people who are actually stepping out and they're wondering that if we're sweating, we're actually going to wear off all that sunscreen. So is it really true? And as you said, if we need a water resistant sunscreen, that's what we need to look at. But anything specific that people should know about, keeping their skin sweat proof and water resistant?
So when we talk about indoor sunscreen versus outdoor sunscreen, indoor and anything above 30 SPF is good. Outdoor, if you're stepping out, I think you should choose a sunscreen which has 50 plus SPF. It should be water resistant. Physical sunscreens make the better option for outdoor because it has zinc oxide, which forms a layer on your skin, which reflects all the light out. And so it depends on the usage again. So if you don't want white cast and all, you would prefer something which is chemical. But if you don't mind a white cast and you're just going outdoor to play for a sun holiday or something, I would always say choose a physical sunscreen which is water resistant.
Absolutely. So there's a lot that needs to be considered before you finalize a sunscreen. We've spoken a lot about it. Make sure you keep a note and a track about it. Doctor, I was also interested in knowing this, and this is my personal question, that skincare is meant for all, right? People nowadays just focus on skincare when it comes to a female. But what about the males? Even they need to focus and apply sunscreen, right? So I want you to probably share with our viewers that be it male or female, each skin is important and maybe something on those lines.
Absolutely, Pooja. So, 100% male clients also require sunscreen because they are stepping out a lot. You'll always see that aging is more commonly seen in male after 50. The skin starts sagging. You see the aging signs, sun damage a lot more in male. So, if you have any outdoor job where you're working, 100% go and get your sunscreen. But as we say, males are not very good compliant patients. Hence, I would at least request all my male patients that apply sunscreen once a day. Even if you don't reapply, at least apply your sunscreen before you step out so that it helps you throughout the day as well.
Awesome. So, be it a male or a female, sunscreen goes for everybody. Thank you so much for sharing that, Doctor. Doctor, another myth also, and something that I again hear males talking usually, and also females for that matter, that we don't need a sunscreen if it's not sunny outside. I mean, let's understand sunscreen is probably meant for around the year, around the clock, but something that you want to highlight about it, please.
Sunscreen is needed all year long. There is nothing called winter, you don't require sunscreen, or rainy days, you don't require sunscreen. Obviously, the intensity of sunlight decreases because of the layers, but you require sunscreen usage all year long. So, go always, don't forget, apply your sunscreen whether it is winter, whether it is monsoon, or it is summer. Whenever we go out in the midday, so when we talk about midday, we talk about 11 to 2 o'clock. That's the highest intensity of sun. So that's the most important part of it. But that does not mean that you forget applying sunscreen if you're going stepping out in the morning or evening.
Absolutely, doctor. So, point to be noted, my viewers. So, doctor, again, there's another question that I've always heard about, cleansing, toning, and moisturizing, CTM being the popular trend. But when does the sunscreen really come in? So, I'd really like you to probably show our viewers also when and how to really apply the sunscreen. So, I actually have a sunscreen with me today, and I'd really like you to show.
So when we talk about sunscreen application, we talk about when we use it for the face and neck, I would say that apply two finger. So two finger tip is the rule. This much sunscreen you need to apply if you want to cover your face and your neck area. Okay. If you're looking at the body, then it becomes small. So when we talk about fingertip units, these are two fingertip units that I'm talking about. But when we talk about in ml, then I would say around 30 ml is required for the entire body. So cleansing, toning and moisturizing. As you said, we don't require a 10-step routine. A basic cleansing and moisturizing. I don't prefer toning as well. So cleansing, moisturizing and sunscreen can go a long way. Okay. If you're going out in the sun, then you need to apply your sunscreen 15 to 20 minutes before because you need the water resistant to kick in and you want the sunscreen to set before you step out. But these days, sunscreens are very active. So as soon as you step out, it acts. So you don't need to apply it long time before.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Doctor, for highlighting that. And I'm sure viewers are going to benefit from CTM and not having the toning, but just doing cleansing, moisturizing, and sunscreen. Reducing one step can really help you a long way. Doctor, one last question that I'm really curious and I want my viewers to pay attention on that is that skincare is just not aesthetic. It's beyond that. It's not only protecting you from sunburn, but also from skin cancer. How is the sunscreen really going to benefit you in the long run in focusing on other aspects?
So as we said, sunscreen protects you from various cancers like squamous cell carcinoma, basal cell carcinoma. It has anti-aging property. So it gives you a long way benefits in a photo damaged face. So our sunscreen usage now is not going to show you results today, but it's going to thank you later, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, where your skin is going to look like a plum and not raisin. That's what I tell my patients. If you want to look fresh and plump like, then start using your sunscreen today because your skin is going to thank you later.
Wow. You want to look like a plum? I'm sure I want to. So let's go ahead and apply our sunscreen because it's going to definitely help us in a long way. So, Doctor, I'm sure we've spoken about skincare is meant for everyone, be it male, be it female. But let's look at our infants and kids. Skincare has to start probably right from birth. So maybe something on those lines, please.
So I would always suggest that sunscreen usage should be there in children if you're going outdoors or if you're going on a sun holiday. Daily sunscreen usage for children is not advisable. Sunscreen should not be used in children before 6 months. So post 6 months, you can start using a sunscreen if you're going outdoors. Otherwise, you're good to go. But make sure you moisturize your children's body, which is very important.
Great. So I think a very important point that doctors just mentioned that until 6 months, let's keep our child protected with clothing, but post that is when you start the sunscreen. So thank you very much, doctor. Any closure messages for our viewers, doctor, that you want to highlight on this subject?
So today, when we are talking about the sunscreen day, sunscreen usage is very, very important. It is a chemical way of protecting yourself. Make sure you use clothing as well, which is a physical protection. So you can use full clothing, white beam hat, and all of that. Stay indoors. Don't go too much outdoors. Even when you're outdoors, try to stay in the shadow. Don't go out in the midday when the sun is too much. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, make sure you use your sunscreen. As a dermatologist, I will always, always, always advise that reapply your sunscreen. But if you're not doing that, just make sure at least you apply your morning sunscreen as a daily routine. Once it gets in your routine, it's not a very difficult thing to apply. Skincare is not something which is difficult. It's not supposed to be a 10-step routine. A simple routine with your cleansing, your active moisturizer, sunscreen gives you amazing results. And it's just the consistency that gives you a miracle and nothing else.
Wow. So consistency is the key to having a beautiful and radiant skin. Thank you very much, Dr. Krupa Modi, for sparing in time with us today and sharing these valuable insights. Some of them I really didn't know till today. So thank you very much. And I'm sure all our viewers are going to take a lot of benefit from all of this that doctor has shared. Please go ahead and imbibe sunscreen as your daily practice. It's going to go a really long way in your skincare routine. Thank you very much again, doctor. And thank you very much, viewers, for all more information, for all such information on skincare from renowned doctors across the country. Follow our channel, Sunscreen Must. We're available on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you very much. This is me, Pooja, signing out. Ciao.